Hi, today I want to tell you about something that my family does every single time that we travel to Walt Disney World that saves us so much money. It's easy, but an absolute game changer. What I'm talking about is ordering groceries to our hotel room. Now, hear me out. I know that it's not super exciting, but honestly, the amount of money and probably time that it saves us is outstanding. If you are new here, hey, my name's Alicia. I am a mom of 3 boys. I became obsessed with Disney in my 30s and I have not looked back. I'm here to help you with tips for Disneyland, Walt Disney World, and the Disney Cruise Line. And today I want to help you save money on food in Disney World because let's be honest, Disney food is magnificent. I love it, but when you get that bill, that's a little less magnificent. So let's talk about some stuff about ordering groceries to your hotel room. The couple things that I'm going to go through here are how it saves money and why it's a money saver. I'm going to talk about some options that you have. I'm going to talk about what Disney will allow and what they won't allow. And then I'm going to share what my family orders. So stick around for that at the end. I'm going to just share and order the things that we get when we order online. So first of all, why does it save money? I still eat in the parks. We still we still book fancy sit down meals. We love it. We have snacks in the park, but the difference is when we order food to our room from a grocery delivery service, we do not depend on that food. So if I have my kids begging for a snack at the last minute that I absolutely need to give them something or we're gonna be done, or if I'm hungry or if we're trying to head out but everybody needs a breakfast in the morning, ordering food and having it on hand, that's where the game changer part comes in. So those snacks add up fast. Breakfast, think about how much breakfast is. My family of 5, 2 adults and 3 teenage boys, breakfast is gonna run us like $100. Even more if we're gonna do a character meal, which we will do on every trip, but not being forced to go have those meals and just doing them on our own time, we still save money. So we don't just stick to eating in the room. We do the fun meals, we do the sit downs, but we have way more flexibility with where to spend our money when we are ordering to the room. And then you're going to be able to choose the snacks that you have on hand in your day bag at the park so that when your kids start to have that hungry meltdown in line, you got a snack on you already. So that's also a game changer. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is what options that you have. So there's a bunch of options for ordering Disney or food to your room from Disney. We use Instacart. I typically use Instacart at home and it's super efficient. I just order with my regular Instacart account. There's also Walmart or Amazon Fresh. A really popular one that we used to use is Garden Grocer. Garden Grocer was one of the first online delivery local to Disney areas. So if you want to support a more local company, there's Garden Grocer too. But I will say that their prices are hiked more than like an Instacart or an Amazon Fresh. So just keep that in mind. But they're all really good options, all very dependable. We choose to use Instacart. That way we can shop from our preferred store. Honestly, we Instacart both Aldi and Costco when we go and still save money even though we're paying for both of those things. So what does Disney allow? Disney used to let you order your food to the bellhop to pick up, but they do not hold that anymore and they will not refrigerate for you. So what that means for you is when you are ordering your groceries, you are going to want to make sure that you're scheduling your grocery delivery for well after you're going to be there. I say well after because you don't want to be sitting on a delayed flight and all of a sudden remember that you have groceries that you have to pick up in a few minutes. So don't do that. Be safe. We usually schedule ours for like 2 to 3 hours at least after we're planning to be at the hotel. That way our kids have time to swim, we can explore for a while, and then my husband or I, or lately my whole family, will go meet the delivery guy out front and just take our groceries back to the room that way. You can totally order alcohol on most of these platforms. Like I said, Instacart has not been a problem. We use Costco because I like their Prosecco, so I will literally order a bottle of margarita and Prosecco just from Costco and the rest from Aldi. It is who I am. But as long as you have your ID on you, you can order alcohol, so that is not a problem at all. If on the off chance you are able to get bellhop services to hold your packages for you, they won't hold alcohol and they will not refrigerate your items. So I just wouldn't even go there, and I just meet them myself. It's a non-issue. If you do, again, get them to hold your stuff, it is a fee to bring it up to your room. It's not expensive, but it's just easier for our family to meet them out there. Just be careful of paying attention to scheduling and what time. So now I want to walk you through what you do to order your groceries to your room, the process we go through, and like I said, at the end, I'll share the kinds of things that we order. So step by step here. First step, pick your service. That's it. Like I said, we use Instacart because I like to order from Aldi and Costco, and those are both available through Instacart, but pick what you prefer. So pick your service, make sure you have an account. If you don't have an account, sign up for one. And then use the hotel's address. That's step 2. So make sure you have the hotel's address on hand. When you enter the delivery address, you'll just put the name of your hotel, Boardwalk Inn, and then its address, and then your name will be in there. If you use Instacart, your name is tied to the account, so you won't have to add your name, but you can if it makes you feel better. Don't worry about putting an arrival date or your room number. You're just gonna be meeting them outside. If it requests a meeting location, just say that you'll meet them outside of the lobby, and that's never been an issue for me. Then you're going to place your order with a time window set for after you arrive, but I place it before I arrive. I'll usually place the order several days before we fly out even, and then I'll just check it again not long before we leave just to make sure that it's still there, because I'm a worrier. But honestly, I totally place that order not long before we leave, or a while before we leave, so I don't have to worry about that because we have enough stuff going on when we're at the airport and on our way to the hotel. I just take care of that in advance, so that's really nice too. I even set an alarm in my phone just in case I forget that I have groceries coming, although I don't forget that because I like food. So then once you've placed your order, you're at the hotel, you've checked in, it's almost time for your order to come, keep your phone on you and charged, because you will get notifications as your order is coming. Just like if you use like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats or anything like that, it's just a food delivery service. So just keep your phone on you so you can pay attention. Occasionally the driver might message you or call for more information, or to let you know that they're on their way. We have had an experience once or twice where the driver just needs you to verify that they can come into the resort, because Disney likes to check in with who can come into the hotel parking lot. Typically, they'll just let the person at the gate know that they're delivering and there's not an issue there. But if they want, they might call and just ask you to confirm that that's where you are before they drive in. I've never had an issue with it more than that though. And then, like I said, just meet them outside and then stash it in your room. A couple tips: not all Walt Disney World rooms have true refrigerators. They used to, they were mini, but they still were refrigerators. Not so much anymore. Honestly, now, I don't like it quite as much, but they're the beverage coolers. So make sure you keep that in mind with the temperature difference between beverage coolers and refrigerators. We usually stay at a deluxe property, so that is not an issue. Like at the Boardwalk Inn where we stayed at this past summer, they were legit mini refrigerators, so that wasn't an issue. But make sure you check your hotel so you know if you're getting a beverage cooler or a real fridge, so you can pick what you're gonna put in it, like meats and stuff. You might wanna be careful of that depending on what kind of refrigerator you have. So with that said, I want to share some of the things that we order. We always order a ton of breakfast food, snack food, and some lunch food. So that's gonna be different for every family. But for us, we always get a bunch of bagels, like a bunch of bagels. We get a bunch of cream cheese. We get fruits to go with breakfast. And then we also get a bunch of other breakfast foods. We get hard-boiled eggs. I order like the big old pack from Costco. My family will eat those up. I love hard-boiled eggs, so do my kids. Healthy protein in the morning, awesome. String cheese, easy to keep in the fridge, easy to have on hand, quick for your kids to eat. And then as far as snacks, you know what kind of snacks your family likes to eat. We tend to get a bunch of crackers and some more fun snacks like chips. Okay, we're a Cheez-It family for sure, so we get a lot of Cheez-Its, like more than we think we need. And then we always get bread, sandwich meat, mayo. But then there's some non-grocery items that we get too, which I think is super important and overlooked. We are a family that only travels with carry-ons. So that means when we go through TSA, we cannot bring larger liquid items. So instead of worrying about putting them in little containers or anything like that, honestly, we order them as part of our grocery order. So sunscreens, toothpastes, aloe, it's in our grocery order. Like, we are gonna go through more than a full thing of sunscreen on a week-long Disney vacation for 5 of us. So we just order it with our groceries. It is not a big deal. My husband and my kids always burn. I'm not worrying about going through aloe. I'm just gonna order it there. We'll go through most of the container. No need to take up luggage space. But as far as luggage space goes, we usually have some like snack leftovers, and my kids are not as heavy packers as maybe I am. So typically on the way home, if there's anything not refrigerated that's left, like granola bars, applesauce pouches, we get those a lot, trail mix, all of that stuff, we'll just put that in their luggage and then take it home with us too. So there's not really any like lost money there. It's just like groceries. So that's one way that we save money, and it really, really adds up. You can also order like cases of water. We're just faucet drinkers. Some people are picky about Florida water. So if that's you, I highly suggest ordering a case of water, because water in the parks, if you get a bottle of water every time you're thirsty in the parks, that is going to add up so quickly. Order it to your room, get a case. A case of water is going to cost you like what a couple bottles in the park is going to cost you. Now, pick your snacks in the park, enjoy them, and you're still going to save money if you're following this plan and ordering groceries to your room. So last couple tips. These are probably the most obvious ones. Please don't order ice cream. It's going to melt. It's a beverage cooler. It doesn't have a freezer compartment for the most part. There might be 1 or 2 that do, but I wouldn't trust it. Okay. Make sure that you double check the address of your hotel. You don't want to worry about if your groceries are shipping somewhere else. Okay, go ahead and eat the snacks that you want to eat, but also carry your grocery snacks with you to the parks in whatever your park bag is, because sometimes you're going to get sick of paying for snacks in the park. So carry them with you the whole time. And then if you choose to order water bottles, instead of just refilling a refillable water bottle, my cute Disney one from a couple years ago, by the way. If you choose to order water bottles, remember to order multiple per person per day, okay? Because you're gonna go through them quickly. So that's my tip for saving money. If you have any questions about ordering groceries to your hotel room at Walt Disney World, or really any hotel room, because this process would work anywhere, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much. If you find this tip to be helpful, I'd love if you just tap that like button to let me know to make more content like this. Otherwise, give me a follow. I would super appreciate you subscribing. And then if you are planning a Disney trip anytime soon, I'm also a Walt Disney World travel agent, and I have a free guide for planning Walt Disney World in 2026. It's totally free. The only thing that I ask is your email so I can send it off to your email. And it is a guide about just things to be aware of when you are planning Walt Disney World. So whether you have a date on the calendar that you're planning on going, or you're just considering going sometime in the future, I highly recommend that guide. It's a nice packet of information just to get you started, but not to overwhelm you. So if you're looking for more tips, give a follow, and I'll see you around.